on this edition of 80s Allies. Jim speaks with Allan, the owner of Eternia Dreams, about the different variations of the Masters of the Universe toy line. Then on After Dark, Jim shows you how to mix the perfect drink for your Masters of the Universe watch party. Larry empties his toy box and demonstrates a new take on an old classic. All this, plus Over the Top with Adrian and Lairman on 80s Allies. Welcome back, 80s Allies! Oh my goodness, how long has it been?
It's been way
How
too
long
long.
has it been? Look, we got a sign made, and we're in an alley now. It's amazing. How did we end up in an alley?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
You're probably right.
Yes.
First, let's take care of a little business. A wonderful person named Jim LaPlante made our logo. If you want to have Jim make some of your stuff, description's in below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and all that other brouhaha and things that we need to go on in marketing and yada, yada, yada.
Absolutely.
How are you doing? What have you been up to?
I surviving the pandemic. How about you? You doing all right?
Yes.
Yeah. You're very animated today.
I haven't. I'm excited. We're back.
We are back.
We're back. We have a new format. Things will look a lot better. This is going to be a new great experience, and I'm ready to forge ahead. We're on a new frontier.
Yeah. So what have you been doing for the last, all these months and everything else? You all right there?
Again, I'm thrilled.
I thought you got locked in that position for a minute.
Oh, just a little bit. It's for the freeze frame.
Okay, I got you.
What have I been doing There's a lot of things that have come up. There's projects to be done. I don't want to give away too much.
Well, no, but something we should say.
We have a big show.
Is that somebody at this table graduated?
Oh yeah, I guess
Yes.
that did happen. Yes. What you're looking at now in our team, somebody with 20 years experience and somebody with a degree and a minor. So now we are we're not only veteran owned and operated, we have somebody with a college degree, and then somebody who knows what we're doing. Because clearly I only do things like this.
Way to throw me under the bus for
I'm not throwing
whatever
you
editing error we might see.
I'm not throwing you under the bus. This idea has come a long way through Transformers, but it's our love for Masters of the Universe that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, at the time we are recording this, we are less than a week away, and we'll be even less than that when this goes live, from the launch of Masters of the Universe Revelations on Netflix, which is, of course, the show that is spearheaded by none other than Kevin Smith, who I would say arguably is the voice of our generation. Wouldn't you?
Once you get
certainly as a filmmaker.
Once you get past a certain age, once you get in your teenage years and teenage years to like your late 20s, early 30s, I would say Kevin Smith has a huge influence on you. He did Dogma, Mallrats, Clerks 2, Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back Part 2, and a lot of other things in the View Askew universe. There are a couple of movies he made that were a little like Red State, which isn't really following in the Kevin Smith kind of time frame, though I do understand and respect that movie.
And then there was that love film that he made, the little love story thing. I love you, Kevin,
But anyway, we are happy to have Kevin Smith actually do the cartoon. And we come from two different backgrounds of the cartoon, because Jim might just remember a little bit more than me. I remember when I was a child watching the old 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
It was shapes and figures. I didn't really understand the storyline because of the age. It came out in 84. I was 2 in 84, so I got a lot of...
Actually, I believe the cartoon was actually earlier than that.
Really?
Yeah, it was earlier than that. But... nevertheless, it was a big part of my childhood, as were the toys, of course. And, the thing about... One of the things we've discovered during the coronavirus is that the prices for a lot of these toys, whether it's Masters of the Universe or otherwise, have skyrocketed.
Yes.
And I know that I've talked about it with quite a few different toy dealers and such, and there seems to be a split any number of reasons why. One of the big ones is, of course, people are having more time on their hands, and perhaps they've decided to clean out attics, clean out garages or whatever while they were off, and they've discovered these things. Some people are selling them. Mm-hmm. Other people are saying, boy, I'd really like to try to collect that or whatever, and it's burgeoned into this thing. Prices have gone way up on stuff. I'm glad I'm down to, as of this recording, I'm down to one figure that I need to complete my full run of Masters of the Universe figures, which is Sarad, one of the movie figures. The rest of them I have. So I'm glad I got them because, again, the prices have gone pretty high.
Well, speaking of prices going high and reasonable prices, I understand you had a conversation with one of our old friends.
I did. Because there are so many people getting into collecting, one of the major concerns out there is that
quality.
We don't want people to get taken. And especially if you're just breaking into collecting, it can be very overwhelming. I mean, there's 40 years of Masters of the Universe stuff. So what we did is I got on the road and I went down to to see our friend Allan Semmont at Eternia Dreams, and he gave us about a 4 or 5 minute, just sort of Whitman sampler, if you will, of the Masters of the Universe world and what to look for when you're collecting the different lines that are out there. Just sort of to give you a beginner's guide to MOTU. So let's give you a look.
What's up, guys? So I'm Allan with Eternia Dreams, and this is a little bit of, I guess, a guide, if you want a sense, if you're new to collecting or you're about to empty out the attic and look at all your old stuff and realize, I want to get back into collecting, now is the time. It's never been a bigger market across the world. We're at Eternia Dreams right now. We ship worldwide. I'm going to take you down pretty much the coolest aisle in the store. The aisle that built the store, the entire store was predominantly around collecting MOTU. Now we've expanded big time, 4,300 square feet, but I'll give you some pointers what to look out for. So anybody watching this that loved MOTU at the beginning, this is what you were collecting. Pretty much from 81 to about 88, 89, MOTU was really, really big, and it really started to fall off. You got to keep an eye out for, like, these are all your traditional figures, and then when they made commemorative figures, which we'll show in a few minutes, there's going to be a ring around their feet. That's a reissue of what you currently have saved or in your attic and things like that. So don't get ripped off because they're not as valuable as what you have at home. From that point, you went into a little bit of MOTU in space. So He-Man got a ponytail, a lot skinnier, didn't hit the gym as much, did a lot of cardio, and that's how we have the New Adventures. From the New Adventures, it got a little wild, it got a little crazy, went straight into 2000X, which I absolutely love. They completely pick up a new cartoon. They describe and explain everything from the entire run. While that was happening is when the commemoratives came out. They saw their chance, I guess, to redo something great, and that's what they did. So it looks exactly how the figure would have in the early 80s, but you'll have replica in the corner of the comic, and you're going to have a ring around the bottom of every foot of each figure, so that way you know the differences. Now, 2000X didn't take off as well as they thought it was going to, but it did have a good, fun run. They really took a lot of imagination and ideas out there and went wild with it. From that point on, Mattel came out with Matty Collector, which is the MOTU Classics. The MOTU Classics are absolutely incredible. Every figure, story, something from a comic, they found a way to make it into a figure. Fully posable. Huge fan of the MOTU Classics. Now, don't get me wrong, this is definitely more so for the adult collector. Way more expensive, but again, incredible. From that point of classics, we went into Origins, which I am obsessed with. This is what you'd find in all your new Walmart and Targets all around the world. Very fun line, not as durable. Cards are a lot more flimsy, plastics are different. They're made from 100% recycled plastic from what I'm hearing. And now, with Kevin Smith's new show coming out, we're going to have MOTU Origins and MOTU Revelations at one time. So the first figure out from that line was the God Skeletor. So there's a lot going on with that, a lot of different looks, which are more anime, I guess, ish looking. But so we'll see. We're gonna that show drops in a few weeks, so I'm excited to see where that goes. But any of the old school, the MOTU collectors, you had merch. They've even got hot sauce nowadays. It's all fun stuff. If you want to collect the merch, or kites, I mean, dinosaurs, napkins, candy. There's candy bars. You've even got the little minis. But if you have any MOTU questions, you can always reach out to Jim. You can reach out to myself at Eternia Dreams. We're always happy to help. There is so much to go on. And don't forget, I almost missed the little fun time. So when the classics came out, they also did the Filmation line right with them. So if you remembered a certain figure from the cartoon, this is exactly what it would have looked like. So Katarina, Clawful, Trapjaw, the Shadow Weaver, which we didn't get as a kid, but we really wish we would have. Just a fun line. So thank you guys for checking out this bit on Master Universe, and I'm hoping I can help you.
Where did all that stuff come from?
I know it magically appeared during the segment.
I love when that happens.
No, I thought it would give.
Can you
people...
magically appear a bag of money?
I wish. No, I thought I would just give people a little bit of a closer look at some of the stuff that Allan was talking about. These are all from my own collection. And just to show you, he talked about the original line. This is the original Stratos, for instance.
Oh, you can already see where the rubber band is starting to give way.
Yeah, this one is an extra one that I have for my collection. My good one is in a case. But there's that. And this is actually the new one that is at retail now. No, I'm good. It's at retail now, and you can see they're just about the same size. The primary difference is because they're articulated at the knees. This one is standing straight up while the old one is still hunched over with his bent knees there for an action pose. But, pretty cool thing. This is sort of the classics line that he had talked about, and this one is the Filmation classics line. So you can see He-Man versus the Filmation He-Man. You can see the little bit of differences there. They actually made the toy look very much like the cartoon.
Oh yeah, you can see the difference in the hair and some of the details with the underwear that he's wearing.
Yes, his fuzzy underwear.
Yes, his fuzzy underwear. At least we hope that's underwear. Well, we don't know what He-Man's growing.
I suppose depending on the meme you've looked at.
And the boots.
Yes.
The boots are significantly different.
Yeah, this one is certainly a lot less detailed in order to make it look more like the cartoon.
Now you got one of my favorite characters hiding behind something over there.
This one here?
Yes, that one right there is probably my favorite villain.
So this is, Hordak is my favorite villain too. And this is, again, one of the new ones from the new line that's out at retail now. But this one, although not Hordak, is Leech. This is from the original line, still on the card. The Evil Horde were my favorites. So
they're easily my favorite because they're in a group.
Yeah, so it gives you an idea of the difference between the original card and the new ones. They are slightly different, but for the most part, the new ones are certainly very inspired by the original cards and so forth. And one of the other things that Allan was pointing out, and I think it's important to note, is these are the reissues that came out about 2000, and there's a couple of things to look for. The outer box obviously is a dead giveaway.
Yes.
But if someone were to try and a little chicanery, if you will, a little brouhaha,
and some tomfoolery to rip you off,
and all that sort of thing. Some things to look at if Evelyn and her card were out of this box. The easiest way to tell if it's a replica, in the very corner, the upper corner right here of the comic book, it will say replica. And then the feet, on the bottom of the feet, where these are flat and completely flat, there would actually be a raised edge around the outside of the foot on all of the commemorative figures. So whether it is loose or on the card, there are the giveaways to know whether or not you're...
Is that the ring that Allan was talking about?
Yeah, that is exactly what he was talking about. So that's how you can tell. Don't get screwed. I actually saw Allan after I recorded that segment, and he was talking about a collection he went to possibly buy, and the guy had been taken by whoever sold him a lot of this stuff. There was so much that had been resealed in packages, and things that he knew to Allan knew to look for. So again, if you're looking to get into this type of thing, do not get screwed. Please make sure that you're going to a reputable dealer. Know who you're buying from. We can vouch for Allan Semmont and his team at Eternia Dreams.
Yes, we can.
They will not steer you wrong. The information was there, and of course we'll also have it in the description box. Check them out. They do ship worldwide.
And actually, before we go, there's something else that came from Eternia Dreams.
Yes.
I don't know if he has any more of these, but a very, very good friend of mine picked one up for me.
Yes. Yes, the custom pops. They had an artist that created these for exclusive sale at Eternia Dreams. They actually also have a Snake Mountain now as well.
They do.
So, if you get down there and you're a pop collector, definitely one you want to pick up for sure. I wonder who got that for you.
I wonder. Actually, what I use it as is a decoder ring. So you were in the right group if you have the right ring.
There's actually a guy that has created a ring of Grayskull.
Really?
Han Cholo, I think, is the name of the
Han Cholo.
I believe is the name of the artist. Yeah. Yep. I'm not making this up, I swear.
His name is Han Cholo?
Well, that's his artist. I'm sure that's his nom de plume, if you will. But yeah.
Well, speaking of miniatures...
And speaking of nom de plumes...
And speaking of nom de plumes, we have a special friend who's eventually going to come up with a theme song that you either will hear now or will hear in the future.
Yeah, we're not sure based on when we're filming whether or not he's getting the editing done in time for this particular episode or not. But if not, I'm sure you'll hear it from our next show next month. But our good friend Colby Dove, the 12-string wonder of the world, incredible performer. We're going to let you know where he's going to be performing. Check him out. You'll love his music. He does a lot of retro 80s stuff. And we'll be right back. All right, we are back. And again, if you're in our local area, make sure to check out Colby Dove, the 12-string wonder of the world. He's a great guy. Great guy. I love when he does his 80s nights. Somewhere.
When he does Spider-Man, I mean, that's the one, every time Jim and I go to see him, we request Spider-Man. He goes, I guess I should play Spider-Man because either Jim or Larry requested it.
Absolutely. And the thing is, one of the things that Allan mentioned in the video is all the other stuff outside of the action figures that are out there for Masters of the Universe. And, for instance, one of my favorite things that I bought recently.
God.
Look at this ridiculous fan. Isn't that amazing? I saw this and I had to have it, and it's so hot on the set with these stupid lights. Isn't that nice?
That's taking fandom to a whole new level.
This is all kinds of special.
That is a special fan.
Yeah, I love
this thing. It's not their biggest fan,
no,
but I'm sure
but it is.
It's one of their more creative fans.
Yeah, it's definitely
right
cool.
there.
But they have all sorts of stuff. But you have become quite a fan of this line from MegaConstrux.
Oh, the MegaConstrux line. See, what happened one year for Christmas, Jim and I were trying to figure out what to get each other. So Jim decided he wanted to get me this little Skeletor. Now, after looking at it and understanding that space is a premium, when you're a collector, space is a premium. I can only imagine how much room your collection takes up.
I will tell you that there is so much of it that there's a good portion that is not displayed, which is really unfortunate.
And because of that, I've decided, because I'm older and there are other things that I want to do now, if I go the miniature route, I could collect everything and properly display it. So what came out of this little figure...
Shall we cut to... I actually have some footage here of your collection that you recorded, and I think we can show that while you talk about it here, actually. So
absolutely.
Here we go. There we go.
Bam!
Yeah, there it is.
Now, the thing that is special about this collection is I did not buy a single piece. Every piece that you are seeing right now was given to me by a friend, a family member, my mother, and my wife has done an amazing job of making sure that I collected this. As you can see in the background, there's my major piece, and we're going to get to that there. What we're doing right now is you're getting an idea of the size and the kind of figures that they have come out. Now, granted, I don't have a complete collection, and I'm cool with that because it gives me other things to bring in.
You're not missing that many, though, at this point. I mean, there's one of the skulls, for instance.
These skulls are chased after.
Yeah.
You can get them at Walmart if you're lucky, or Target for $9. But if you go on the aftermarket, you're looking at paying anywhere between $30 or $40 for a completion.
Yeah, this scuba one there that just changed off the screen. I know I got that one for you. That was a pain to find.
This flying one, because as you can see, the hand of God.
Yes. Yeah. I wonder whose hand that is.
It's God's.
Oh.
God came in and said, "Hey, Larry, do you need some help?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, God. Could you move this for me?" And God was like, "Yeah, let me go ahead and help you show off your collection."
Isn't it you that says lies make baby Jesus cry? I mean,
well, that's that. I had that conversation with God. He said it was cool.
Oh, okay. For humor purposes.
For humor purposes.
There's the battle ram.
Yeah, there's the battle ram. There's Roton.
Now, I actually have this Roton. I don't have the battle ram, and one of the things I love about it, and I know you show it in this footage here, you're about to anyway, is that they actually include the action feature.
Yes, they do.
So that this little guy, you're about to push it here. And,
there's a wheel underneath that causes the blade to move.
Yeah.
And
you're about. You just took out. Oh, it's a shame that wasn't Hulk Hogan. Anyway.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Never mind that jabroni. But it actually has firing weapons that shoot, and when I was first trying this out, I didn't have the box there and decided to fire it off in the middle of nowhere and spent a good half hour looking for the piece.
No, that's wonderful. Well, now here we have the Wind Raider. I just actually saw a thing online where it showed somebody took two of these and expanded it to a 4-seater.
Yes, I saw that too, and now I want another Wind Raider with replacement parts.
Absolutely.
Because, again, when you're a completionist when it comes to collecting and you want the complete collection, you're going to do whatever it takes to find those pieces.
Yeah. And there's Point Dread, which you've got here on display.
Yeah, we've got
at the table.
Point Dread. We're going to take a better look at this, but that's everything that comes with Point Dread. When you're collecting, make sure you take care of the box too. Or, because it's my collection, I felt comfortable taking out of the box and building it.
Oh, there he's shooting.
He's shooting.
And here's the piece de la resistance,
yes.
the Castle Gray Skull and the figures that come with it. I pre-edited this footage that you're looking at here, so I had a chance to see this before everybody else. I was impressed by the amount of play value is in this for a toy that's like a construction toy.
They put so many features in this that it made it desirable.
Yeah, the sword opening, the drawbridge. You've got this
the forest wall.
Yeah,
that you can go in and out. The secret passage door.
This is good stuff. You got the throne room there. Up top here, you've got there's the jewel but the orb. I apologize. I'm sure there's a special name for it. I don't know what it is.
Mm. But what you're noticing in this is they took everything from the original Castle Grayskull and replicated it.
Yeah.
To make sure that it was functional and fitting in this. There's the prison.
Now this is interesting. In the original, there was just a sticker on the ground.
Yeah, and the arms were in the separate way. The reason why I put the arms there that way was so you could get the door closed.
Yeah.
If it was in the other way, it wouldn't. As you can see...
trap door.
Trap door. Everything's functional. Everything works. You remember the training system.
Mm-hmm.
Built that from scratch. There's the weapons rack. There's the elevator. And that's where I found Tila's nameplate.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And look at that. Still working. And I love the stuff that was the cardboard pieces in the original one are now fully fleshed out.
Yeah, they fleshed them out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, for the price point, and this thing took a giant skyrocket because it was originally priced at $169. I have no idea what it's going for now. And there's the attachment for Point Dread.
I don't recall what the original price of this was. I actually wanted to say it was more than that. But
for this one,
yeah. But I know that at least now it's well over $300 if you want to try and get it. And I love how Point Dread connects to it just the way it did with the original one. And that's so some really really cool stuff there. And as we come back, you actually have the
I've got Point Dread sitting here. I just wanted to give you a look. Do you have one of those other figures next to you? You want to pull out it? Okay.
So that you can get an idea. Here's
the of the scale.
Here's the modern day. This is again retail to retail. This is what's at retail right now. and you can't. It's obviously a huge difference in size. But if you're looking to collect something, and you don't have a lot of room, this is absolutely a way to do it.
There are a couple of caveats that I really want to let you know. First, even though the lines are amazing, if you are not a builder or have no interest in Lego or blocks, this is not the set for you.
Yeah, no, I've built a few of them. They're difficult.
You are going to be frustrated, and that's the least of what's going to happen. These pieces, they connect just fine, but there's a certain way you've got to put these pieces together. On top of that, this is the instruction book for Castle Grayskull.
How long did it take you to build Grayskull?
For Grayskull, and there's another interesting point in Grayskull, and it's something that I brought along with me to back my point up. As I was building Castle Grayskull, there was a couple of pieces missing. The piece that you saw me open the drawbridge up was missing. So I had to stop building that piece and continue on. So Grayskull sat unbuilt in my room, taking up space for 2 to 3 weeks. Now, they did eventually send me the pieces that I need, which they sent on my birthday, which was very, very kind
that's
for them,
nice.
because it gave me something to do. But they sent me a letter, and there's the letter. It says, Dear value customer, thank you for contacting us about your missing pieces for your MegaConstrux set. Your satisfaction is important to us. We apologize for the inconvenience this has caused you. And then it goes on to say quality.
So they made it right. It just took a little while.
They made it right, and it took a little while because while I was requesting the piece, we were in the winter of
the
COVID.
pandemic, yeah.
And because COVID happened, and you have to order your pieces because this company's based out of Canada, it takes extra layers. But as you can see, if it's a commitment that you want to make and it's something that you want to do, this took me about 4 to 5 days to build.
Wow.
And unless you have the 4 to 5 days and you can keep track of all the little pieces, go for it. I had a blast. I sat building this watching old G.I. Joe and GoBots cartoons.
So you were going full retro.
Oh, I was going full retro. You have your toys in front of you that you're playing with while watching your cartoons.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
And as we approach the new cartoon revelations, we assume that there are going to be people that are getting together to watch it, much like you have. And we're thinking, these next couple segments we're about to get into here are really about that.
Yes.
And, you may, I'm not sure exactly how many episodes. I've tried to stay away from spoilers. But, let's say you want to watch more than just those cartoons. You might want to go back and rewatch something. Well, we have a new friend here at 80s Allies, somebody who's going to join our team, our friend Adrian. And Adrian has decided to take on the 87 live-action movie. Yes. And he's going to watch again and review us for it in a segment that I believe you have named.
Yes, it's Over the Top with Adrian. Yo, Adrian, play the movie!
This is Adrian Star, and I'm here with an over-the-top review of Masters of the Universe. Now, I haven't seen this movie in about 15 years. I'm super excited to review it, and, we'll see how many Stallones this one gets. Oh, man, okay, so start credits. All right, this is cool. This is, the budget's, you spent $20 million on this, so it's got to be. All right, not bad. It's okay. It's interesting. Okay, cool. Where the hell's the Battle Cat? How the hell y'all gonna have He-Man without Orko? Ribs? Ribs. You mean to tell me there's not one animal that they eat on Eternia? Ribs. Ribs are good. So they gonna complain about that. That's fine. Yep, this is how I knew I like BDSM. Right here. She is on her knees. That is to bring back feelings. I don't know. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, did he just get bedazzled and go all gold? The hell? At least I got the swords right. So, just finished watching Masters of the Universe. Canon Films. Here we go. You mean to tell me they spent $20 million on a $5 movie? Interesting. There's not one brother in this movie at all. I guess it's just an 80s thing, huh? Was Beastman supposed to be the black guy in this movie? Dude couldn't even open his mouth half the time. I'm sorry, close his mouth half the time. And what was up with that overbite? Did he really look like that in the cartoons? I don't think so. You mean to tell me the best effect of this whole entire movie is when they shut the lights off and then all the lights just y'all need Jesus. You got a guy who can't even speak English barely, but yet he's the lead of the movie. Typical. Very typical. I mean, the ribs was the best part about this movie to me. Where can I buy those? They look delicious. You mean to tell me after everything else and this movie got released, why the figure didn't come with the ribs? That's what I'm just saying. Can I get like a He-Man with some ribs? That's what I'm saying. Like, where the hell was Orko? Was that supposed to be Council Grayskull? Really? That was supposed to be Council Grayskull. You mean to tell me y'all spent $20 million on a movie with a guy who used to direct theme parks? Really? This somebody should press charges on this movie. You know, Courtney Cox had to do Friends because of this. Mattel. You did. You tried. You tried. But Canon Films, before you go, bless your heart. Bless your heart.
So, yo, Adrian, what are your thoughts?
You know, we've got a VHS copy of what you just watched.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching it on VHS as a kid all the time. Like,
yeah.
I mean, as a kid, it was the most, like, it was the greatest thing in the world.
Oh, as a kid, it was beautiful.
Oh my God, I love it. As an adult, I got some questions.
It does. It didn't necessarily age well.
Age at all. That thing died. That thing died like on the floor.
Oh,
this was a premature death. Is what this was.
But you got Dolph Lundgren. Does that change your mind on how Rocky IV was shot?
No, not at all. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even half of it. Like that. Like, okay. So if you know a little backstory about the movie, like he had 3 chances. 3. You give this guy 3 chances to speak English clear enough for people to understand. They were like auditioning people to dub his voice.
I understand it was he was contractually, he had that right or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's Swedish, so I mean, what can you say? He was very neutral about it.
You know, the thing I didn't understand, as much as we rag on Hulk Hogan on this show, he was still, you know, at height of popularity there. I'm not sure why. I mean, a little bit of a wig, and you could have...
No, not even a wig would have saved that. He would have walked in there with a wig, half a hairline, and a mustache, and it would have been the dumbest damn thing in the world.
Okay,
it would have been worse than what it is now.
See, I thought you were going to talk about other Swedish films that were popular in the 1980s.
I don't know anything. No, we're not doing anything.
We're not doing that?
No, this is
we're not doing that?
No.
Okay, so you've seen the movie. This is Over the Top with Adrian.
Yes.
How many Stallones would you give this? How many?
Kid?
As a
kid, I would have given you would give it 5.
Well, what about now?
What about?
2.
So two
Okay.
So
that's more like, you know, Schwarzenegger, but you know, fake now. No, 2.
Yeah.
Just 2?
Definitely 2. I mean, with nostalgia 3, because you know, again, I loved it as a kid.
I got to admit, in preparation for the show, I rewatched this movie, and yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest.
Search your feelings.
I know, but okay. But here's the thing: when you know everything that the director had on him to get this movie done, like, I mean, you had a dying studio in Cannon.
Yes,
that movie killed it.
Yeah,
this movie should be on trial.
Yeah, and then you had, on top of that, the toy line was waning, and so Mattel was flipping out, and everyone was all over him, and then they canceled him. Basically, they stopped filming when he had like one sequence left to film. He had to. He had to beg, kick, and scratch to get into the.
No, he borrowed money from another movie to finish this one.
Yeah, so I mean, it's everything he went through to get it done. I kind of have to give the guy a lot of credit. I think for that alone. No?
No.
Well,
No,
and
I'm not going to give them credit.
Here's the thing, because I understand where you're coming from. When they first released the first 3 Masters of the Universe cartoons, they did a whole rollout. There was press. You got to see Skeletor and He-Man fight in the street.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what theater that they filmed it in front of. I'm sure it was a very, very popular theater. This movie did not receive the same rollout that day.
No, because this was hot sheep ass. Is what this was.
I will say this though, Frank Langella as Skeletor.
Oh my God, amazing!
Yeah, if there's nothing else you take from this movie,
And Courtney Cox.
well, I mean,
she had to do Friends because of this. So
as redemption.
Is that what happened?
She had to come back somehow.
Well,
again, this movie should be on trial.
Well,
if you're
This movie should be on trial.
if you're looking to turn Masters of the Universe, this movie into a drinking game. And or if you're planning on having your own social gathering,
Yes.
Oh, there's so many things you can do.
Yes.
I'm sure one of us can help you out with that.
As a matter of fact, I can with a little segment we call
After Dark.
Ooh.
Okay, allies, welcome to After Dark. You know, with Masters of the Universe Revelations coming up shortly here, it occurs to me that a lot of people will probably be having watch parties. And what's a watch party without a special drink for the occasion? And what I'm about to show you, I entitled Skeletor's Revenge. Now, whether or not you drink this as a shot or a drink, it's completely up to you. I'm going to go through how to make it both ways so that you can do whatever you wish with it. There are a few things you're going to need. The first thing you're going to need is you are absolutely going to need the glass portion of your Boston shaker. You're also going to need a bar spoon, a jigger, and a strainer of some kind, whether it be a Hawthorne strainer or a julep strainer. The ingredients you're going to need for this are: you're going to need cream of coconut, razzmatazz, you're going to need some aged light rum, and you're also going to need either this transfusion mix or a mixture of half grape juice and half ginger ale. Alright, let's get to mixing. So one of the things I've done is I've taken the liberty of removing the cream of coconut from the can and I put it in this little bottle. One of the most important things to keep in mind is you want to make sure this is very, 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 very well shaken. And the next thing that you want to do is you want to take your jigger and measure out 1 ounce of this. And you want to put that into your glass, into your mixing glass. Alright, from there, we're going to go with 1 ounce of rum. And we're going to add that to our glass. We're going to add 1 ounce of razzmatazz. We're going to add that to our glass. Now, if we're going to make the shot, this is the point where you want to go ahead and take 1 ounce of this mixture and add that to the glass and get it ready then to pour into the shots. If not, and you're mixing it as a drink, this is the part where you're going to take a bar spoon. You're going to stir this mixture up to make sure that it's well incorporated. And then from there, you can go ahead, fill the rest of the way with your transfusion mix. Give it another little stir. If this is the part where you are using it as a shot, you can put ice into the mixing glass, stir it up with your spoon. For our purposes, we're going to pretend there's ice in there, simply because I'm here alone and there's no way I'm going to be able to drink all this right now. And then, of course, you use your strainer. Out. And there you have it. There is Skeletor's Revenge, either as a shot or as a drink. I really like the taste of that. You definitely get the grape, you definitely get the razzmatazz, the rum is in there for strength, coconut is on the back end. Really a nice, enjoyable drink. You definitely could put this into your Geeky Tiki if you already have your Skeletor Geeky Tiki or He-Man Geeky Tiki for that matter, and it will fit right in as a tiki drink with no problem. Well, folks, this has been 80s Allies After Dark. I hope you enjoy the drink. I hope you enjoy Masters of the Universe Revelations. And since we've got a tiki drink here, we'll call it a movie. Well, there we go. There we go. Skeletor's Revenge. And I have some here.
Ooh, okay.
For you to try here.
Okay.
We have the shot and the drink so that everyone can kind of get a little,
all right,
little everything here. Which one do you want to start with here?
You know what? I'm gonna go for the shot. I'm gonna go for the shot.
Yeah. Larry? No?
Why the concern?
What's wrong here?
Why the face?
I am never drinking anything that you make ever again.
What?
Why? Oh, you want to ask why?
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Yes.
Let me show you why.
Are you gonna bring Batman into this?
Remember him?
Listen,
Remember him?
I do remember him. What I remember is you taking the Romulan ale and chugging it the way you were supposed to, which was completely irresponsible. You shouldn't have done that, and neither should you. Drink responsibly. Never drink and drive.
Never drink something that this man makes you. Somebody had to be holding the camera while I was doing that. Somebody had to be filming as I was singing, talking to Batman. And from what I remember, there were other things. Here, you know what? Adrian, go ahead and you have mine.
Oh, okay.
There you go. You go ahead and just knock that out.
No problem.
But don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. How you feeling over there?
It tastes good.
I see colors.
You don't see colors that quick. But I will tell you, I think what would be a really neat drinking game, if you wanted to do it, can you imagine every time he changes from Adam into He-Man, you take a shot?
I wouldn't make it.
No,
Nobody would make it.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it.
The drink, though, I think.
I will take a... What's in here?
So were you not watching the segment? So there's all kinds of things in
yeah,
here.
that's right, I was. Here.
There's raspberry liqueur, there's...
That legitimately tastes like candy.
Mm-hmm. It does.
That is candy in a glass.
That is definitely candy in a glass.
I will tell you, I like the drink better than the shot personally, and I will tell you that this is very, very well balanced. If you like tiki drinks, this is extremely well balanced, and I will tell you that it will. There is a high probability, if you aren't paying attention, that if you drink too many of these, so just again be cautious. Drink responsibly because
this is something you can put in a pitcher and share with friends.
Exactly,
and
guys.
Everybody
Make
will like it.
Sure that you copy this recipe down. This is amazing.
It is really,
Absolutely
really
amazing.
good.
I can drink this all day long.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately, I won't be able to get anything else done. But
But if you don't want to be singing with Batman like I did, check out the previous After Dark segments to find out what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
And that excellent version of Star Wars that we did.
Oh, the blue milk?
Yes,
the blue milk was amazing. Yeah, I think Adrian would like that one too. I'll have to make that for
you.
Definitely.
Don't watch the end of that one. That one got a little...
Oh, no, that's funny.
As long as you're not singing It's Raining Men, you're fine.
Oh, no, the Force was not with me on that.
The Force was not with you?
No.
He was lactose intolerant, and it went to a place, and... Yeah.
It went to a very scary place.
Yes.
But anyway...
But in any event, guys, if you want to drink for your MOTU watch party, this one will get it done for you, Skeletor's Revenge. And with that... we have reached the end of our show.
We have. Get out of here, Batman. We don't need you anymore.
Oh, no more.
No.
If I recall correctly, at the end of every episode of the old cartoon, there was like some kind of little thing. Yeah, there was like a little PSA or something, wasn't there?
There was, after every show. So, while the credits roll, we want to thank you for showing up. There's also another segment that we did, and actually I think we'll pay homage to that double next show. Oh. And if you are a fan of our show, you know exactly what we mean.
Wait, you're going to show that footage?
What footage?
The footage of the PSA you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's going to run in the credits.
I'm so sorry.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. It's glad to be back. It's a great time. Yo, Adrian. Damn it, Jim. This is Larry. We'll see you next time.
Send help. Hey, bud, what's up?
Ooh, free lunch. What are you doing? That's not yours. That's not yours.
In a world where people take what does not belong to them.
Someone needs public service announced!
Yes, it's Lairman, the public service announcement specialist, and his assistant Adrian.
Hello, children! Hello, children! It is I, Lairman, your public safety officer, and today we are going to go over why you should not take things that belong to you.
You know what? I'm just gonna excuse myself.
Where go?
I'm out of here.
Where you going?
And to help me with this is my assistant, Adrian.
Wait, what?
Now you see, Adrian, Larry was conducting an experiment on how badly he could get stink or to smell. That tuna you're eating has been sitting outside for 3 weeks. Now you see, children, one of the reasons why you do not take things that belong to you is you could end up in jail. People could be insulted. You could hurt people's feelings. Or you could end up like my assistant Adrian here. How are you feeling, Adrian?
Oh, why would you put that in the fridge?
Well, to keep it preserved.
Oh, preserve what?
Have you learned your lesson?
Oh, God. There's so much to learn.
This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Lairman and his assistant, Adrian.
Uh-oh. I gotta go.